Let's go to Mark chapter 5. Thank you, Ryan. Mark chapter 5. Mark chapter 5. And let's go to verse 34. I know we normally stand for the reading of the word, but you've been standing a while. Ken and his whole crew is here helping me do my studio. They're rocking it with me. Thank you guys for being with us today. I'm excited about this. Mark chapter 5, verse 34. Let's make a deal. We're going to take a lot of good notes today. Somebody say amen. A lot of notes. I believe today is one of those Sundays, and I'm going to say this. There is a seismic shift about to happen in your life that you are going to need a point of reference for. You missed your first. I received that right there. I'm going to say it again. There is a seismic shift that is about to happen in your life that you are going to need a point of reference for. Make that make sense, Pastor Mike? There is a touchdown getting ready to happen that's going to break open some stuff in your life, but it won't look like a touchdown if you don't have a playbook showing you that what the devil meant for evil, God is using that very evil in a way to shift you for good. It is in Mark chapter 5, verse 34, it says, and he said to her, daughter, Michael, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. Here's the part that told me up. Your suffering. Ooh, you felt that right there. That means something different to people who've been going through stuff for a long time. Your suffering is over. Can I read the Message version? Jesus said to her, daughter, you took a risk of faith. And now, not only are you healed, you're healed and whole. Here's a word for this side. Forget them. In 2025, live well, live blessed. I wish I had 100 folk in this room and online who can shout, I ain't got to be in the clique. I ain't got to hang with y'all. I don't even have to be a billionaire. I just want to live well and live blessed. Live blessed. Be healed of your plague. Okay, let's go to work. Let's make a deal. You going to take good notes today? Online, I need somebody to be my online captain. Put all of the notes in the comments. Last week, I started a new series entitled what? Proof. The results have been unmistakable, and testimonies are pouring in about how so much clarity have come to their lives. I told you there are two types of people. You got travel agents and tour guides. A travel agent will book you a flight or a trip to a place they don't plan on going with you. But a tour guide will be right there in the jungle telling you what to look out for. It is my goal in your life to be sort of a spiritual tour guide, that when life get thick, you want to know what it mean a lot to me? I want to be one of them preachers, not that you say he preached well. I want to be one of them preachers that you say, I promise, every time I'm going through something, it's like he be knowing exactly what to say. Am I preaching to anybody? Who think I got your phone tapped? Throw your hand up right there. Me and Keisha was just talking about this and he said it. No, man, so hear me. That means a lot to me, man. And why is that? I told you proof was an acronym, okay? Proof was an acronym. Let's see who's been listening. Let's see who's been listening. The P in proof was provision. Provision. The P in proof was provision. Jehovah Jireh. He is the God who provides. The R in proof was what? Rescue. Let's see if you can get excited about this. He is the God that pulls us out. The O in proof is what? Girl, I see you was waiting on that. That was yours right there. She been talking about that all weekend. You know he overcome, right? Overcoming. That's the God, here it is, who gives us victory. The other O in proof is what? Outpouring. Y'all competing, ain't it? Is this a battle going on right here? Outpouring. It's the God who pours out his spirit. And the F in proof is what? Faithfulness. I see you, twin. I see you, twin. Faithfulness. The God who finishes what he starts. I want to give you a definition. Put this in your notes. Proof. Take really good notes. Take a picture of the screen if you have to. Whatever it takes. Proof. Proof is the undeniable evidence, confirmation, or demonstration that something is true, valid, or effective. In the context of faith, proof is not just what is seen, but also what is revealed through action, transformation, and testimony. I want to follow up that definition with a secondary definition that'll make the first definition make sense. Proof, help me God, is visible or tangible manifestation of an unseen reality. It is the evidence of faith in action, the confirmation of God's power at work, and, don't run, Michael, the undeniable witness that something has changed, shifted, or been fulfilled. I need you to put that in your notes. Leave that up there for a second. Proof is the visible, tangible manifestation, underline that in your notes, of an unseen reality. No, it is a reality, I just ain't never seen it. They tell me folk are billionaires, I ain't seen one. They told me that marriages actually be healthy and whole, but in my family, I just ain't seen one. They told me that people beat cancer, I just haven't seen one. They told me that you can register for school in some kind of way you get paid. I just ain't seen it. So when I say you are about to be proof, what I'm saying is in your particular circle, the very thing that is real but unseen, you are about to be the tangible evidence that what people thought could not happen, God is still happening. I don't think you heard what I just said. That's why you got to be careful what you say in this season, because your mouth gonna block your proof. God tells Elizabeth, you get ready to have a baby. Elizabeth's husband begins to complain. God does something to her husband that he should have done to a lot of us. He silences him until he gives birth. She gives birth. She said, I'm not going to block Elizabeth's blessing because her partner mouth ain't correct. But what I am going to do is to protect what she's giving birth to. I'm going to silence the people who don't believe I can do it. Look at me. I'm not going to let him speak again till he see proof. Go back. And what I need you to realize is definition on the screen. It is the unseen, what? Reality. The evidence of faith, are you taking notes? In action. The confirmation, this is heavy, of God's power at work. Here it is. And the undeniable witness that something, I'm finna run, has changed, shifted, or been fulfilled. What's the word that messed you up, Pastor Mike? Undeniable. I don't know who's going to catch this. I don't know if it's an overflow sanctuary or watching online from across the world, but get ready, because you're getting ready to walk into a season where you're going to be undeniable and unignorable. I'm going to preach to y'all up there. I think they sleep down here. You're going to be undeniable and unignorable. That's why you got to be careful. Some of y'all get a bad rep and you a good person. They say stuff about you like, well, you got to watch them. They got a nasty attitude. They difficult to deal with. It's not that I'm difficult and I don't have a nasty attitude, but I did not go through all of that to get to where I am for you to play me like I'm not who I am. So if they won't speak up for me, sometimes I got to speak up for me. But God says you get ready to walk into a season where you ain't got to speak up for yourself. God says when you walk in, it's going to be undeniable and unignorable. They can treat you like you ain't one of them ones. That's their problem. The favor on your life in 2025 going to be so undeniable that even the folk who don't like you going to have to say, yeah, but they doing it though. They doing it though. They doing it though. They doing it though. You ain't got to say congratulations to me in 2025. You can look at me and say, I see you, I see you. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to hang with me. You ain't got to kick it with me. You ain't got to call me. You won't unfollow me because you know if you unfollow me, you're going to miss something. So how about you just accept the fact that I am the proof that God is making ways out of no way. I am the proof that you can come from nothing and God will still. Go back to the definition. Give me a little up here, a little clarity. Undeniable definition, undeniable witness. Michael, that something has shifted, changed, or been fulfilled. Which one of them words you want, okay? Let's do a survey in the chat and in the back. Who's saying that something's about to change? Okay? Who's saying something's about to shift? Who's saying something's about to be fulfilled? Hold on, y'all can't have all of them. Y'all. Devil is a lie. Some for me just changed, shift, and been fulfilled. Matter of fact, look at your neighbor and say, you messed around and sat next to the right person. Tell them something in my life just changed for the better. How do you know you're getting ready to be proof? Because ain't nothing around you changed, but something inside of you changed. You still got a crazy boss. He didn't change, but you realize this was just temporary. So God, even if you don't change this, I need you to change me. My God! So hear me when I say this. Put this in your notes. Changed. It's critical. I was not going to preach like this today. Mama, I wore church shoes. I got on actual church shoes today because I was going to be a real pastor. I was going to walk around. I don't know who I'm preaching to today. But something just changed for you. But I need you to hear me. This is why. Are you listening? Are you listening? I want you to be patient with people for the next 120 days. Oh, Lord. Couple highs. I'm a little hoarse. Some of y'all like, no, we was cutting people off. Wait. I got you. Hold on. But I need you to be patient. Here's why I need you to be patient. Because what if they ain't tripping? Because this is what you tell yourself right here. I changed and they ain't changed. And I don't want nobody in my life who ain't changing. What if the problem ain't they didn't change? What if the problem is something shifted for you way quicker than it shifted for them? So now they acting a fool, not because they don't love you, but it's a hard time processing how they in the same room as you, always around you, had more than you, but some way something shifted for you. Hear me? So it is an undeniable witness. What is undeniable and unignorable? Undeniable, unable to be denied, disputed. Obviously clear, totally, blatantly true. So true that it would be crazy to deny them. Oh. Undeniable. Did you see that? Did you see that? It's so true that it would be crazy to deny them. What is unignorable? Something is impossible to ignore, too important or significant to be neglected. That's what you're about to be. So when I say proof, can you put this in your notes? It's horizontal and vertical. Horizontal and vertical. When I say proof, I'm trying to show you biblical proof that God is today what he was yesterday. But I'm also trying to show you proof that you are going to be what he called you. I want to say that better. I'm sorry. I want to take that out the notes. I want to say that better. I want to show you proof that you are what he called you. Because that's what we got to be careful. I know it sounds good. You getting ready to be. No. When God rolled up on Gideon, Gideon had never fought a battle. But God called him a mighty warrior. Even though he wasn't to him, he was to God. Because God can see in you what you can't see in yourself. So watch this. So what's PMJ's definition of proof? Can you put this in your notes? I love how all my fellas look at their girl when it's time to take notes. Like, right there. Throw your hand up if you just did it. Throw your hand. Right, I saw you right there. Yeah, right there. Right there. Here it is. Proof. Proof. PMJ's definition of proof. Proof is what remains when doubt has no argument. It's not just words. It's the evidence that something real has happened. I'm finna run. I missed my 9 o'clock service. That's where my church mother's at. They were screaming on that part right there. I said, proof is what remains when doubt has no argument. For many of you, you're getting ready to walk into a season, baby girl, where God's going to expose you to so much in the positive. That this double-minded sometimes that you wrestle with, well, do I go? Do I stay? Do I take this? Do I not take this? And baby girl, you be like, I just need confirmation. I need confirmation. I need confirmation. God says, you're in a season where I'm going to remove all doubt. Because doubt, put this in your notes, doubt is an argument. That's all doubt is. Doubt, Michael, is an argument. God presents you with a prophetic word. You're about to be blessed. Doubt says, I object. On what grounds? Patterns. They weren't blessed last year. Wasn't blessed the year before that. Then God says, I object. I kept them through a whole pandemic. I got them a job when everybody else was being laid off. But then doubt says, but it ain't enough money. I kept their body whole, but they still got sick. They're about to be what I call them to be, but they ain't gonna walk in it. So doubt is nothing more than an argument that is presented to a judge to dispute the proof. Whenever you walk in doubt, you are not doubting what will happen. You are doubting who can make it happen. Oh my God, did you hear me? I don't think you heard me. When you walk in doubt, okay, here it is. All right, I can tell Mason, I can tell Mike, I can say, Mike, when we get out of church, I'm taking you to your favorite restaurant. Mason can sit there and say, he want to take you to his restaurant, but you know he's going to be tired after all these services. So more than likely, we're just going to go home. So then Mike has a decision to make. If he starts doubting, he's not doubting the restaurant because the restaurant got food. He's not doubting my ability to pay for it because he ain't never paid for a meal. He's doubting if I will do what I said. And what the devil does is he tricks you into believing you are doubting the options, when in truth you're really doubting the giver. Michael! So when you pray and say, God, heal my family, and then your friends start telling you all the generational curses in your family, what you're really saying is, God, it's not that I don't think my family can be healed. I doubt you can do it. And proof is what remains when doubt has no argument. And so what I'm trying to get you to realize is, if you're going to be proof, we have to embrace what Leslie, I'm going to start calling her Dr. Leslie. I'm so proud of her. She's almost done with her doctorate. Dr. Leslie Gooden. She said, Pastor Mike, she said to me this morning, she said, Pastor Mike, I'm looking at the notes in the sermon. She said, can I add something? I said, yeah. She said, Pastor, I just learned something called the theology of divine partnership. The theology of divine partnership. It's the opposite of this ideology that people are supposed to help you, that you can't make it alone or you need to be rescued. That's why James 2:17 says, so faith by itself, if it has no works, it's dead. So what am I trying to get you to realize? Here it is. God won't do everything for you. If you want different, it might require you to participate. Michael. That's why I love this particular popular Markan narrative. It introduces us to a sister who teaches us the ultimate lesson in the theology of divine partnership. We don't have to sit on our hands and just wait. We have to put our feet to motion. Because the theology of divine partnership is, put this in your notes, your breakthrough won't happen until you do something. This is not always, this is not an absolute. This is why you need discernment to know what season I'm in. There are certain seasons where Jesus went to people. Then there are certain seasons where people had to go to Jesus. There was a woman who had been bent over dealing with a disease for 18 years. And the scripture says, he told her, bring her to me. He made a woman who struggled walking, walk. Because certain deliverances and certain breakthroughs in your life require your participation. The reason so many people are stuck is because you are waiting for God to do everything. This generation of Christian, and whenever I say generation of Christian, I'm not talking about young people. I'm talking about this wave of believers. So this generation of Christian can be 12 or 70. This wave of new school church, we have everybody thinking that all you got to do is holler in church and God will do it all. No, theology of divine partnership is the belief that God is present and active. That's rich. That God is present and active. Faith requires human agency. God provides, but we must participate. It rejects, here's a word that you'll learn in seminary, but I believe it's heavy enough for you to handle it today. It rejects passive dependence. Can you put that in your notes? Passive dependence. Passive dependence, emphasizing co-laboring with God to bring about transformation. Who want to be better? what you gonna do? God's not gonna take a cigarette out your hand. God's not gonna delete the number. God not gonna, see, this is what you want to happen. God, somebody just screamed in the back. Hear me. Here's what you want right here. You want to say, God, I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to get it over. And you want God to, this is what you want. You want to wake up. Your phone won't cut on. And be like, God, is this you? Then you get in your car and the car won't start. So then you go back in the house, and then when you get in the house, there's no power. Then you say, I was finna go mess up, but God kept me. No, if you want to be better, what you gonna do? Passive dependence is this entitled ideology that if I just wait on God, eventually he'll come through. Lazarus is dead. Who remembers Lazarus being dead? He's dead. Jesus shows up to the funeral. Who remembers that? He tells the people at the funeral to do what? Roll the stone away. Y'all gonna participate. Roll the stone away. Then he tells Lazarus what? Come forth. Can I ask you a question? If Lazarus dead, why he didn't go pick him up? Jesus says, I'm not finna walk in a tomb that ain't for me. Why would I walk in something that you could hop out of? And some of y'all keep being depressed and it ain't even your depression. Some of y'all irritated and it ain't even your irritation. You keep doing more for people than they want to do for themselves. And I'm trying to suggest to you that God will bring you out, but sometimes he don't bring you out by coming in to pull you out. He brings you out by calling you out and seeing if you got the faith to walk out. I just need you to touch somebody and tell them, walk out, walk out, walk out, walk out, walk out. I'm going to say this, and 7 of y'all going to have church with me. I'm not going to be the holdup in 2025. Participatory deliverance. I'm here to tell you, yeah, Pastor Mike, I want to start a business. You don't have the name yet. Go register the name online. It don't cost nothing. Go register the name. How God going to send overflow to a business that ain't legal? Pastor Mike, I don't know how I'm going to pay for school this year. That's cool. At least register. Yeah, go register and do your part. Go register for your class. You know you got that balance. I know you got that balance. God know you got that balance. Go register. What's the worst that could happen? If you can't pay it, you weren't going to go in the first place. But how about you say, hey, God, you told me that sometimes I have to bust a move. So I went ahead and registered, and if it's your will. Okay? Pastor Mike, I'm tired of my apartment and my house. All right, so I'll tell you what, find the agent. Start looking at places. Well, Pastor Mike, that don't make no sense because I don't want to get my hope up. That's right. So that's why I'm in the series Proof. Because what I'm trying to show you now is it may be somebody on your row, in your section, in the chat, or in the back who can tell you, I ain't know how I was going to close, but I'm in it now. I'm sorry, is there anybody who tried to go to school and couldn't pay for it? And some kind of way your tuition got paid? Will you please stand? Is there anybody who's ever been sick and doctors threw their hands up, but God healed your body? Will you please stand? Anybody ever been through a bad relationship and God mended your heart? Will you still stand? Now bust a 360 and shout, I'm proof, I'm proof, I'm proof. Sit down. I'm trying not to have church today, but I done messed around and got mad. How dare you sit in my church with all that doubt, like you don't know if God can do it. You better take that back to your grandmama church. We don't play that around here. You don't even know who's sitting on your row, cuz. Twin, you don't even know who's sitting next to you, blood. On your row right now is somebody who can tell you, I ain't had the money, but he paid the bill. Didn't have the circle, but I got the job. Didn't have the wisdom, but he came through. And if you are evidence, you ought to jump up and shout, God did it for me. And if he did it for me, I know. I gotta stop. Stop. It's called divine partnership. I ain't had no money when I signed the deal on this building. You should have saw me in here swagging like I had money. No, I had to walk in this thing like I knew something. Yeah, we gonna fix this. We gotta change all these lights out right here. I'm gonna change that stage up. How much? Yeah. No, we gotta put new carpet in here. The carpet's ripped. How much the carpet gonna be? 65,000. Yeah. You ever heard numbers that almost make you check your breathing? You ever heard a bill that make you instantly itch? Yeah, it's gonna be 200,000 for the HVAC. Okay, all right, shoot, all right, yeah, that's what it is right there. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. But can I tell you something? Had I stayed in Farsdale waiting on God to drop a building in my lap, I never would have had it. And the devil is trying to make you folks. Stop. You have on your churchy black jeans, not your regular black jeans. Stop. Okay. The devil is trying to convince you that you are asking God for too much when he doesn't realize or want you to realize what's too much to them ain't too much to him. I gotta stop. Hear me. So look at this. Here in the chat, y'all rocking with me? Look what it says. So hear me. So that's what the theology of divine partnership is. And what I'm telling you is I believe you're about to be proof. You went through everything you went through because God's about to do something in your life, bro, that's going to be special. It's young people you can reach that I can't reach. So he takes you through what you're going through so it can be your stamp of approval when you stand before people who need evidence. And so what I'm trying to get you to realize is when we tiptoe into this pregnant text, we find ourselves in Mark, and we've all heard about this woman with the issue of blood. Who'd have heard that? Well, you've been in church for I'm not going to play that game with you. 1 minute or 1,000 years. Everybody already know how the story ends, right? She going to do what? Touch the hem of his garment. He going to say what? Who touched me? Then what's going to happen? She going to get made whole. I don't get a new book. You already know that. So today I want to try to take a road less traveled and raise some principles from this text that you can make applicable to your life. Let's talk about this, okay? What's the diagnosis of this woman? Put that in your notes. She has an issue of blood. All right? That's the first thing. What's the duration of her diagnosis? 12 years. What's the discomfort? She's suffering. What's the damage? She spent all she had. What's the danger? Ain't no cure and her body deteriorating. If they tell you when you give blood, don't drive, imagine bleeding all day, every day. See, a woman really need to preach this scripture. She can preach it way better than me. So what's her diagnosis? Issue of blood. Come on, y'all. Duration, discomfort, damage, danger. So let's look at this. She bleeding, it won't stop bleeding. She in constant pain. She broke and she dying. And you complaining about what? And the text opens up in Mark chapter 5:25. I'm gonna go quickly. It says, you ready? A woman in the crowd, pause. Underline that in your notes. A woman in the crowd. Why is that important, PMJ? Because it makes me realize I can be lost in a crowd. Man, church so crazy. Some of everybody be in church. That's crazy. Some of everybody in here. You're right. But the reason I act like I act, the reason I try to walk from side to side, I think they told me I do maybe like 6,000 steps on Sunday, just walking from side to side, pointing, because I never know who in the crowd. You know? I don't know what young brother came to church and he just here with his little girl, with his old lady, and he going through something privately he won't express, and just me saying, and see God, and be like, man, he in the crowd. My dad got sick this week, had to go to the Veterans Hospital. He's a retired veteran, so he loved going to the VA hospital. It's free. He just loved going to the VA hospital. That's his thing. It's free. You know, so he go there, and they don't really have a lobby. It's like a hallway in the ER. So I'm sitting there. I think they put over the PA system, PMJ, in the emergency room. Everybody and their mama just started randomly sweeping by me. Just say, hey, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm end up hugging everybody, and it was the dude next to me said, why are you hugging everybody? I said, I don't know who in the crowd. I don't know who came to work that they fed up. In their head, if one person say something to me, I'm a blow. Then all of a sudden they say, hey, what you doing? You know, I saw Pastor Mike today. I don't think I'm Jesus. I got a lot of issues. I wrestle with anxiety. I wrestle sometimes with depression on a very low level. I'm insecure about a lot. I'm two-faced. I'm the only person two-faced. I like you on Sunday and don't fool with you no more on Tuesday. I don't like for my friends to have no other friends. If we friends, I'm all the friend you need. Don't be friends with nobody else. I'm a horrible friend. I'm gonna forget your birthday. I ain't gonna get you nothing ever, but I expect you to get me stuff. I'm busy, you not. You gotta understand this relationship. You got me? But hear me, I ain't Jesus. But I do know sometimes my presence means something. That's why I was trying my best to get to as many signing days as I could on that Wednesday. I was riding all over the town while shooting a music video, taking lunch breaks, trying to walk. Hey, proud of you, boy. Run out of there, get to another. Hey, what's up, boy? Proud of you. Hey, man, what's up? Hey, we got you. Because I know sometimes people can be lost in the crowd. Put this in your notes. You can be in company with no companion. Well, I don't see why you depress your family. You got all that family and all them friends because everybody in attendance ain't in agreement. Yeah, everybody in attendance ain't always in agreement. The woman was in the crowd. She had suffered for 12 long years. That's 4,236 days of constant chronic pain. This is important. Let's take some notes. So instead of preaching this story, I wanted to give you some unconventional lessons from the woman with the issue of blood. Lesson number 1. Take really good notes. Online, make sure y'all tag me. I love seeing your notes. Here it is. She's proof that pain can be a passport. Put that in your notes. She's proof that pain can be a passport. So when I look at this woman with the issue of blood, one of the lessons that leaps out of her life is that she's proof that pain can be a passport. What does that mean, Pastor Mike? Here's the key thought of this. What if your pain isn't just a problem, but permission for you to enter into new places? So when I look at the woman with the issue of blood, the first lesson I see is that she's proof. She's proof that pain can be a passport, because sometimes pain ain't a problem. Can you please write that for me? Type that for me if you don't mind. Sometimes pain ain't a problem. It's permission slip. See, my problem with the church is every time you hurt and we say it's the devil. Sometimes God pricks you to move you. Every mother bird, every eagle who makes a nest makes the eagle's nest soft enough for a baby to like it. But they put thorns at the bottom of it, so when that baby gets a certain weight, it pricks them. Because I love you, but I'm not going to let you be grown and sorry. So if I don't hurt you, you won't move. I don't want to tell you to leave because I love seeing you. But I got to put something in place that will motivate you when you are unmotivatable. Sometimes your pain ain't a problem. Sometimes your pain is permission. Make that make sense. A woman in the crowd had suffered for 12 years. She suffered a great deal from her doctors. Put that in your notes. I see 2 levels of suffering. I'm going to read it again. Verse 25. A woman in the crowd had suffered for 12 years from constant bleeding. But look at the next verse. And she suffered a great deal from doctors. Not only is she in pain from a disease, she in pain from doctors' experiment. What do I do, Pastor Mike, when half of the pain in my life is coming from the hands that were supposed to heal me? What do I do, Pastor Mike, when the reason I don't like church because I trusted church and church hurt me? The reason I left school is because I was in school and so-and-so hurt me. She's suffering on 2 levels. She's suffering from a sickness and ignorance. Michael. Her disease is something the doctors had never seen before. And so what they're doing is they're taking her money, experimenting. Look at this now. Look at this. She had heard about Jesus, so she came up. Go to verse 27 so they can see this. She heard about Jesus. Look at what she does. She came up behind him through the crowd and touched his robe. What did I just tell you? Sometimes she's proof that pain can be a passport. What's the teaching point of this? Put this in your notes. Her pain positioned her for access. Y'all don't like me. Her pain positioned her for access. Mike, make that make sense. If she wasn't suffering, I'm not sure she would have went to Jesus. If she wasn't suffering, I'm not sure she wouldn't have went to Jesus. And sometimes God allows you to go through so you can come to. Y'all slept on that. Y'all didn't catch that. Sometimes God allows you to go through so you can come to. Some of you think you're catching hell when you're really not catching hell. God is allowing you to go through hell because he knows the only time you get on your face is when you're catching hell. So God says, I tell you what, the passport I will use to usher them back into my presence is pain, because don't nobody worship like somebody hurting. Y'all don't like me today? Are you going to play me like that, huh? You're going to sit in here and look at me like that, huh? Like when your bill's paid, you run in church. Like when your bank account overflowing, you run in church. Like when you got that promotion, the first thing you said was, God, it was nobody but you, Lord. Nobody but you, Lord. No, you got the promotion. Girl, you ain't going to believe what I did. You got the car. You got to see what I just bought. Closed on the house. You got to come see my new crib. Got engaged. Guess what, girl? Look at what he did. He leave you. Bills get behind. Father, it's me, oh Lord. And so y'all gonna play me like that, huh? Because sometimes you forget. You be so busy enjoying the blessing, you forget about the blesser. So sometimes he allowed you to go through burdens to come back into his presence. Who am I preaching to in here? I know you want to be in the witness protection program, but it's 5 real people left in the room and in the chat who can say, Pastor, you ain't lying today. When stuff was going good, I was walking around real arrogant and real bold. But when hell jumped off in my life, I ran back into his presence, because sometimes he lets you go through so you can come. Put this in your notes. A couple places you're going to come to. When you go through, if I don't finish, I'll stop. When you go through, you will come to a couple places, okay? The first place you might come to is your senses. I'm teaching today. Y'all tried to trick me into preaching and having a praise break, but I got shifted it on you. No, you remember that story of the prodigal son, right? Jesus told that story so cold-blooded, you think the prodigal son is a real person. The prodigal son ain't even a real person. Jesus taught parables or stories. He taught about a lost coin, a lost sheep, and a lost son. He told the story so cold, we grew up thinking it was a real person. Jesus said, y'all want to listen to me, huh? It was this kid who had a daddy. His daddy was on